Hey YouTube, this is Uzumaki Hyuga here with Zora Water,
Yay!
and this is a fight that happened kind of a while ago. It was me versus Ciel using the
Wait,
name Lily
wait,
Temperament.
that's Ciel?
Yes, that is Ciel.
Oh, Rekka.
Yep.
Oh,
Now this is me using my Gold Paladin deck. This is actually one of the last videos I have of my deck like this. And right now Ciel is using, I believe it was Pale Moons.
Moons!
And this battle in particular was very...
It made
I wanna
everyone just stare at you in shock.
I want to showcase it because it kind of shows what my deck is meant to do, but it does it in the weirdest way you can imagine. So
This is why I say we should change our names to trolls.
right now Ciel is going first. He rides the Magician of Quantum Mechanics. What that thing does is if it's in the soul, you can counterblast. No, if it's a rear guard, you can counterblast one, put it in the soul, take something out, and then you can, and at the end of the turn, it puts whatever it got out back in and comes back.
What?
I ride Vortimer, and I check my top 7, and I get nothing. I get nothing, so I have to put them all back. And after this, I'll say what I do is really not something that you should do with this deck. You'll see it right.
What he does is enough for the entire team wanting to smack him, especially me.
Well, here's the thing. The only way I could play something in the rear guard in case I get grade 2 Vortimer,
is your heal
and even
trigger.
I admit right now this could be bad, is if I were to get a 10k shield or the null. I want to do neither, so I get a draw trigger, and I draw grade 2 Vortimer. So now I have grade 2 Vortimer, but I can't use his superior call ability because I have nothing to retire.
Hey, look! MSN!
So now Ciel gets Crimson Beast Tamer, and he's debating, I think he's debating what to do. Yes, he's debating what to do, and he decides to just attack. He attacks with the rear guard first, because he's using stand triggers. Most Pale Moon decks should do that. And then attacks with Crimson Beast Tamer, gets a heal. And here's where it gets weird. Instead of riding, I call Falcon Knight and just attack.
What in the world in the fudge in the mind?
I intentionally misride because, and then I drive check Black Dragon Knight Vortimer. I intentionally misride so I can use Vortimer's ability because this deck focuses more on the superior calls from Vortimer than completing the line all the way up to Spectral Duke.
And you BS at me whenever I intentionally misrode.
You have never intentionally misrode.
Yes, I have.
When?
Since the beginning of time.
As in before Vanguard existed, right? Okay, so now...
Since the beginning of time! Anyways.
Ciel rode Luquier, and and it's my turn. I ride Vortimer. My twin drive.
You get another Voldemort, and you get a Spring Breeze.
Yes. It's not that. This isn't the end of it. So right now, I went from not having a Vortimer to having 3 out of 4. I attack, steal no guards, and I get draw trigger.
Again. And what do you draw?
That goes to rear Vortimer, and now I decide to use the ability of Spring Breeze. Put it in the soul, check my top 3. If one of them is a Gold Paladin, I get to ride it.
And let's see your top 3. Lampere, Dendrance, and Mr. whose name I cannot remember.
So I get Lapier, Dendrance, and Caden. I decide Lapier for a very specific reason.
You're gonna discard your draw trigger, and you're gonna check the top 3.
So right now, I discard... Oh wait, I decide to discard Pelennor, actually. And I check my top 3.
There's Spec.
And there's Pelennor.
Pelennor did not appreciate you killing him.
So now, because I did that, I can superior ride Pelennor by discarding a card.
Oh my god! So now you get
Essentially, so I've essentially made up for the intentional misride by getting the superior ride of Pelennor.
I can understand why he got pissed off now.
Oh, this is just the beginning. It gets worse. So now I attack, Ciel guards
for 2 to pass. Oh, look at Pelennor. Oh, look at Gareth.
So now, based on my hand, if I want to, next turn I could swarm the field. And then the last attack I get is for 14, because remember the draw trigger in the very beginning went to the rear of Vortimer.
Yes, because this is still the battle phase.
It took a long time for it to get to this point, so it's kind of easy to understand if you were to forget or something. That's why I actually said that it's 14.
14!
So Ciel gets a draw trigger.
Get the blast! Girl with the crossing gap! Wait. Girl with the crossing gap. Girl who crosses the gap. Wait. Yeah, girl who crosses the gap.
Uses the girl who crossed the gap to get out the magician of quantum mechanics. Gets it behind the Vanguard. And now Ciel has the ability to use the magician of quantum mechanics ability as much as he wants. Not only that, but Lucriere gains plus 3k every time something comes out of the soul.
I don't think he appreciates your superior right in the middle of the battle phase if he put out a null.
I actually think that's why he put out the null, was because he really didn't like the fact that I did that. So he's attacking with this. It's 19.
Wait, what?
So he attacks the rear.
Wait, what?
Because he wants to hit.
Wait, what?
And he gets heal trigger. And he wants to stand, but he doesn't get the stand trigger.
Wait, what?
It gets worse and worse.
Vanguard rear, why, what, huh?
So now on this turn, I
Please
would say right now that Ciel doesn't want me to have a lot of damage. He doesn't want to take a chance of me doing limit break. Also, if he had actually done another damage to me, I would have used Garmor. I don't think Ciel had a way to know that, but it's definitely what I wanted to do.
Alright, so you call out another Loppier, a Gareth, and... Wait, why would you call it Garm... Oh, wait, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, I attack with Pelennor unboosted, and he uses Popcorn Boy, 2 to pass, I get Dendrance and Loppier.
Dendrance and Loppier just love each other.
So now my rear guards are just going to rush for a 16k attack and a 17k, both going to the Vanguard, because I really don't... When I play, I'm usually not afraid of limit breaks enough to stop them from happening unless I legitimately don't have an ability to deal with it that turn.
Princess of the Sky!
And I would say that while Lucriere has a really good limit break, it's probably one of the, I want to say, least threatening unless you set it up. Because Ciel hasn't done a lot of soul charging this game, I don't have to be afraid of that skill right now. So right now, he just used the Dancing Princess of the Night Sky, uses it to put...
Turquoise.
Really?
I think it's turquoise.
Oh, I remember what he does now. He uses it to put turquoise in the soul. And then he's using the Magician of Quantum Mechanics ability.
And he pulls it out because Crimson was in the soul.
Yes.
9k!
So now he's going to put that back in. He's going to pull it out. And another thing that's interesting about this is he will get that back into the soul and Quantum Mechanics back out at the end of the turn so he can keep doing it again over and over. It's a really good way to disrupt stuff like Kagero and Narukami from retiring your rears that you want to keep.
The only problem with this is that it requires counter blast.
Yeah, but he's using the unflippers. He's using the unflipper, so. And now I guard with Elixir Summoner, so it's 2 to pass. He gives the power to the
dancing.
I'll just say to the left side. It doesn't really matter what gets it.
Oh.
And that was going to be an attack for 17. Now it's 22, so I don't even try to guard.
So let's see. Are you actually gonna call Garmor? Because that's what I see right now.
Now my turn is coming up, and I decide. Oh look! I decide I just drew another Garmor. I'll ride it because it was really between doing that and using Pellennor's ability. And since I can't kill this turn anyway, using Pelinore's ability wouldn't help me.
It's either losing boosters, losing interceptors, or both.
Yeah. Which wouldn't help me in this situation. So I use it, call Dendrance, and get a draw. And look at that soul.
Look at that Gold Paladin soul.
So I get the draw. Draw is Caden. Doesn't matter. It just means that would have been one of my twin drive that it isn't now.
Well, let's see what your twin drive is.
That's another thing about Dendrance.
Oh, no.
Sometimes it can help and hurt your twin drive by giving you, depending on what you draw.
Whatever. So I know what's gonna happen.
I'm attacking for 21. He knows.
Draw trigger.
So first one is draw trigger. And this is you're gonna notice this a lot. I get a lot of draw triggers.
You have 6 draws, of course you do.
No, I mean I have a habit of pulling a ton of them in a single game.
You have 6 draws.
Like an unnatural amount of draw triggers.
You have 6 fucking draws
successfully in not only this game but in general when I card fight. So now he's attacking. Now I'm attacking. He guards because I gave the power to the left. I attack again. That was the powered up column.
He guards?
No, he guarded the right side because I gave the power to the left.
Yeah, I know.
And then the second one, he got draw trigger.
Use Luki? No, maybe Luquier? No, Quantum.
He's gonna use Quantum. Remember, Luquier is a counterblast 3, which is one of the 2 reasons why it's difficult to use properly. The other reason being that you need a large amount of soul just for it to be effective at all.
Well, excuse me, sir.
And then he calls Crimson
sisters!
Beast Tamer and Turquoise Beast Tamer. There's a Crimson Beast Tamer in the soul, so that's
20K!
That's a 20K column.
20K!
So with my hand, I'm not afraid per se, but I have a ton of 5K units. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I'm deciding, should I guard, and I decide not to.
You have 10 cards in hand, really?
Yeah, I have 10 cards in hand, and they're almost all 5K.
My
with the exception
God.
of some grade 3s.
My God.
And right now I'm deciding what to discard. I decided to discard Garmore because I don't feel like I'm going to use his ability at all throughout the rest of this game. So keeping it in my hand doesn't help me anymore.
What is wrong with you?
So he's attacking with a 20K column. I have hand to deal with this.
What is wrong with you?
So I guard with 2 draw triggers. And I'm deciding what the third card should be. I intercept with Lopier. I remember why I did this. And you'll see why next turn.
Are you gonna call Caden?
No, I'm not gonna call Caden.
But you should. You should have done that.
It wouldn't have helped me.
You should have done that. Oh look.
So now I ride Spectral Duke Dragon.
Oh
This is one of the reasons why this fight was insane. I literally wrote. I have 3 different grade 3s in this deck that are meant to do really well as a Vanguard. And then I just get rid of the problem. 18K to the 8K. You can't do anything about that.
Oh, no.
And now I'm attacking with that. My intention is to limit break.
Oh no.
Very obviously, my intention is to limit break.
Dear sweet God, no.
I checked Ciel's hand and he has 8 in hand right now, so he has no reason to take this because I could always critical.
Unless he has a Morikawa hand, I don't. Yeah, he has no.
But like I was saying, one of the reasons why this game was so crazy is because I have 3 different Vanguards that are meant to do different things at different times.
And you rode all 3.
And I rode all 3. Not only did I ride all 3, but I used them exactly as they were meant to be used in the game, in the deck, all in one game.
Oh,
so
critical!
Critical. Second check, mark. So now limit break.
And you get rid of Dindrand, Gareth,
and that was the reason why. That was the reason why I intercepted instead of using something else for my hand, because I didn't want to kill an intercept with Duke's counterblast. It saved me a card in hand to do that.
Alrighty, let's see what you shall do.
So yeah, Pellinor is meant to be in the deck so that I can superior ride it through the Vortimer chain, as well as through Shooter or Breeze, which happened. Garmore is there to superior call things from my deck, whatever I want, which happened, and Duke is there for 11K plus that limit break, which also happened.
That limit break. My God, I hate it.
So now the final attack is for 16. He doesn't need to guard that either. I make him use up a lot of his hand, and he has four cards left. Draws
My
for 5.
gosh.
And my hand right now has about
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, I think.
Yeah, so 8 cards in hand now. Most of the cards I used up, guarding, and everything else I did was kind of were kind of brought back by the limit break.
Funny thing is, I'm surprised that we got to see all 4 Voldemorts.
Yeah, they all came up.
So
now Ciel's trying to think of what to do. Calls 2
vanillas.
Calls 2 Cerberus, because at this point Ciel just wants to kind of end it. At this point Ciel's getting annoyed as hell.
I can already tell.
Ciel was getting annoyed as hell at the way this fight was going. I mark.
He doesn't get a trigger, and then he does a 19k attack. Is he gonna attack your rear, or is he gonna say
No, I think he's going for the Vanguard because he wants this to end. Yeah, he goes for the Vanguard because he wants to end it. So I guard with 2.
Let it end!
So right now, if I remember this turn properly, I'm probably going to use my entire hand to try to get a fighting force back.
Let's see.
Yes,
well,
I
almost
do.
the entire hand because you still have a Duke in your hand.
I don't know why I didn't play the Duke instead of just... Well, it wouldn't have mattered because I have it there as an intercept just in case. It would have been the same thing no matter what.
Interceptor doesn't mean anything. It just means, oh, I'm going to attack this so you can't intercept later. Yay.
I'd rather that happen than him do the 6 damage. So
Critical.
I Twin Drive, get a crit. This deck runs 6 crits and 6 draws, so this is happening a lot. So it goes to grade 2 Vortimer. And the second was Dendrance. I will say right now, Ciel raged so much at the end of this fight. And this isn't even the end of why he rages.
It's already been about... does it say 17? Because the thing is bloody.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes so far.
This isn't even the... As you can see, this is not the end. And I'm pretty sure with Ciel, most fights don't really last this long.
So I hit the intercept because I thought that if I hit the intercept and then go for the Vanguard with the powered up unit with the trigger, then he probably wouldn't be able to guard.
Nah.
And now I'm counting something.
I think you're counting the amount of triggers.
Yeah, I think I'm counting how many triggers I've used in this fight so far. As you can see, there are a lot of triggers in that drop zone.
1, 2... Oh, you closed it. Ah.
There are a lot of triggers there.
I think
Ciel does not know what to do because he does not have very much hand left to work with.
And he's definitely not going to say no guard.
Yeah, if he no guards right now, he'll very, very potentially lose.
Unless he heal triggers like a boss.
So, right now, he's trying to figure out what he's going to do next turn. If he guards with what he can. Because he could use quantum mechanics in order to get a unit from the soul, but he's trying to figure out what he should get if he were to do that. So he uses his entire hand to guard, basically.
Oh, gee. Oh, Trapezist.
Yes, Trapezist had to go.
Aww.
Because it was either Trapezist or lose the battle.
Aww,
I think that's one of the reasons why he was trying to think of what he should do.
But Trapezist.
And then he just realized he couldn't use Trapezist to help him in any way.
Aww.
So now he uses quantum mechanics, goes into his soul.
He pulls out a grade 2.
And he pulls out Turquoise.
Uh-oh.
I have a feeling that he did that because that was the strongest unit he had available.
Oh, Rainbow Magician!
The only other unit he could have gotten out was Crimson Beast Tamer, which would have taken Crimson Beast Tamer out of the soul.
And which would have made the other Turquoise
which would have made the other
6K.
Turquoise 3K less in power. Also, it would have just been an 8K when this is a 9K. It's just generally better. So I guard for 1 to pass. Twin Drive gets a stand trigger.
Wow. Oh no, this is it, isn't it?
And then he gives the power to Vanguard and I heal trigger. And This is what made, I think Ciel mentally snapped at this point. Because there's no God-given reason that should have happened.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 I think if what you told me earlier was true, this is the point where I'm pretty sure he wanted to strangle you. Depending on what happens
Ciel
next.
Doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Okay, yeah, it's happening right now.
Yeah, he attacks my rear guard just to get rid of it because I have.
He attacks with Cerberus to the Vanguard. He should attack to the Vanguard.
And then I can intercept because heal trigger.
You are. Wait, what?
I can intercept because of heal trigger.
Oh, that's true.
So right now he's, and this is another thing that's funny, but it doesn't get caught until later. I draw Vivian, so now I can get my full field back.
What?
So I attack with Duke, of course.
What? Oh.
It just keeps going and going and going.
And going and going and going and going.
Ciel no guards, and I get draw trigger.
Stop it! I'm getting pissed off at watching this now.
I get another draw trigger. I draw a crit and then get Gareth.
I am getting pissed off at watching you right now.
And then he uses stand trigger. He stands Turquoise Beast Tamer, but notice something about that Turquoise Beast Tamer.
Notice what about the Turquoise Beast Tamer?
What you notice is that it's not supposed to be there.
What do you mean?
Because it came out with Magician of Quantum Mechanics. At the end of the turn, it was supposed to go back, and Ciel forgot. Because the heal trigger messed with his mind that much.
So wait, what does he have to do with the stand? Does he actually returns it, or does he say fuck it?
I think he just says screw it at this point. It doesn't even matter.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then I also tell Ciel that he chose not to do Rainbow Magician's ability because that actually hit. But he didn't even want to in the first place.
And you're just like ...
No, it's because I'm trying to think of what to do now. Because I could have attacked the Magician of Quantum Mechanics, but I decided not to because the only thing he can get out with it is Turquoise Beast Tamer, and that doesn't hurt me very much because it's just 15k. I only need 5k to guard against it, so I'm fine.
And then you have that one just standing there like it's awesome.
And then finally I attack with the powered up Vivian, but since he got a stand trigger, he only needs 10k to guard it.
So
right
sad.
now, he's literally using every card in his hand every single turn just to defend against me. When this battle should have ended last turn.
Basically. Alright, let's see what happens. You have 25k guard. Let's see what happens.
And an intercept.
No, 25k guard total with the intercept.
Oh, right. So
3k to Vanguard because of the her skill where it'll get plus 3k for anything that moves into the soul or moves out of the soul.
But her booster is a 4k, so it only means it's 17. So
which
he
means you need
15,
to have 10k.
So I 10k guard.
Oh no.
And no trigger.
Oh, okay.
So now
you're gonna intercept and you gotta use a draw trigger to protect yourself.
Exactly. A draw trigger and that defends me. And this battle, I guess you can already tell how weird as hell this is.
23 minutes.
And it's still not over.
It's still not over. I think
so I get draw trigger, and I decide to play it.
Oh my
God. Let's just go.
I have taught you some bad manners.
So, Ciel guards for 1 to pass. And I don't get a trigger. I don't think I even have triggers left in my deck at this point.
Oh no, you still have one.
I wouldn't be surprised if I ran out of triggers because of that draw. So now I'm attacking again.
I hope you're attacking the Vanguard. You have no reason not to attack the Vanguard
because I still don't need to care that much about quantum mechanics enough to defend to actually hit it.
Not to mention he's out of counterblast.
And then he just guards with the rest of the field he has left. I call good game.
Oh no.
And Ciel just twitches. I know why I call good game. There's a very specific reason.
Because
And you're going... No, that's not why. He attacks. I take the damage. And look. Last card in deck. I used my entire deck in that fight. And you're quiet. You're just quiet. There is nothing to say, is there? And even Rogue, aka Kaiser Ryo, says, I should probably keep away because he's kind of touchy after what happened. Ciel says that's the most annoying fight that he's ever had. And he went into an extremely long rant about how bad it was. Are you okay, Zora? Oh, for a second I thought you were just speechless because my deck ran out. So this was a part of a practice team battle. That was the final battle of it, and it ended with 3-1 because I lost.
I can
And
see why he flipped the tables. I can see why. And you deserve
this battle was something else.
You freaking deserve it.
And it was the last time I used the deck as it is now. So this is Uzumaki Hyuga showing off
his troll.
the strangest use of Gold Paladins ever.
Oh, strange? Please, bitch. I can do stranger than that.
We'll see you next time.
See you later. I'll have my mic not disconnect.